Hi guys, this is Silu coming to you today on day 2 of my distilled water cleanse. Yesterday we touched on distilled water, the benefits of the distilled water, the diatomaceous earth, and the pink Himalayan sea salt. Today I'm going to go ahead and talk about the MSM powder, which is the sulfur, and the sodium bicarbonate with no aluminum, which is the baking soda. So we'll go ahead and talk about that today. Tomorrow we're going to go ahead and we're going to explore the niacin that I add, the probiotic, the silica, and that'll wrap up the morning clean out drink. So then it kind of gives a brief explanation of all the different minerals that are involved there and kind of how they help you out. Now mind you, they can help you out with other ailments, other problems that you're having, not just cleaning out your system and getting the minerals back into your system. So the MSM powder, it's good for your hair, your nails, your skin. It's good for an energy boost. Back in the 1950s, when they were using all the different fertilizers, the soil started becoming depleted of the sulfur that we needed for our bodies. So therefore, when the soil becomes depleted and we try to grow our vegetables, our greens, our fruits, no matter what you're trying to grow in it, it's going to therefore, it's not going to move up the food chain. We're not going to be able to ingest it. We're not going to get it. So like all the other minerals, we're becoming extremely depleted in that also. So we got to go ahead and we got to add it back into our bodies. Not exorbitant amounts, just a little bit is fine. The sodium bicarbonate, we use that to kind of regulate the bloodstream with the pH levels, and that helps counterbalance the acid buildup that we have inside of our bloodstream. It affects the pH balance of the cells, the tissues. Also balances the voltage that we have in our cells and increases the CO2, which helps with the oxygenation inside of our bloodstream. All that extremely important too for health, for energy, for motivation. But you know, while you're getting healthy, if this is like the beginning and you haven't started, maybe you just started changing your diet, you've decided you want to get away from big pharma, so you're looking for more holistic means. Maybe you're dabbling a little bit with essential oils. Love my essential oils. I do the Young Living because of the quality of the oils. You can go ahead and research Young Living. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. But I'm going to talk about that later when I talk about periodontal disease and how I absolutely cured my periodontal disease. And one of the major things that I did use was essential oils in order to do that. So I've been very successful with taking care of myself, curing myself, and not spending millions of dollars. And everybody's going to tell you this stuff is real expensive, but it's not over the long run. I mean, there was times when I was going to the doctor sometimes twice a week, seeing all different doctors, different specialists. I don't do that anymore because I don't have to do that anymore. So I've taken responsibility for myself, responsibility for my own body, what I put into my own body, and therefore it makes life a little bit easier. But anyways, there's things that you can't do. Like right now, if you have a lot of problems with indigestion, maybe you even have ulcers, maybe you have heartburn, you can go ahead and take just a little teaspoon of the sodium bicarbonate without aluminum. Very important. Don't buy it with aluminum. That's the last thing that your body needs is more aluminum in it. We're trying to get rid of those because those are toxic chemicals. Okay, so you go ahead and you put it in water. Go ahead and drink it. Try to hold it down for a while. I know it's going to be really hard not to burp, but try to hold it down for a while, and it will immediately alleviate those issues. That way you don't have to go ahead and get something over the counter, get something that's prescribed. I mean, literally you're paying less than $1 when you go to the pharmacy and spend, you know, $5 to $10, sometimes $15. You don't need to spend that on Tums. You don't need to spend that on Alka-Seltzer. You don't need to spend it. You need less than $1, and you buy some baking soda, and you've cured the problem. So it's just a lot of people think it's a lot easier to go ahead and allow Big Pharma, over-the-counter, not over-the-counter prescription medications, to go ahead and to take care of you. And that could be far from the truth, very far from the truth. But with me today, women usually 2 to 3 days into the distilled water fast, women 2 days, men 3 days, start going into the chelation, which we had talked about before. That definitely happened today. I've been having a lot of I stand up and lightheaded. I went to the gym today. I couldn't even do half the workout that I normally do, and I know you're really not supposed to work out while you're doing this. So what I'm going to do is when I go to the gym every morning, I'm going to focus on just walking. Instead of running 4 or 5 miles a day, I'm just going to go ahead and walk 3 miles a day at the gym. On the treadmill, I'm going to do very, very little low impact weights. I'm not going to look to, I'm just going to look to keep things toned. And if I can't do it, I can't do it. I know that day 2, 3, and 4, they say, are the hardest days. I've already been getting the white stuff on my tongue, and that's very common, so I've been scraping that off. I'm just getting all the symptoms. Kind of foggy, bummed out, depressed, all of this is part of it. So, and you just got to get over it. It's not your body telling you. It's your parasites telling you that they want you to eat, keeping you foggy. But day 5, it's going to get a lot better, all the way till day 10, and then that's when I start the green juices for 5 days. Just start getting the micronutrients back into my body, start building things back up before I start eating. On day 16, 17, and 18 is when I move to the raw foods, and I start eating twice a day. But I'm still going to keep the calories restricted. I'm still going to go ahead and do a couple of green juices a day. But all very important stuff. But anyways, I'm going to sign off for tonight. And we got all kinds of good things to talk about. Coffee enemas, spirulina, chlorella, chia seeds, all kinds of things left for this excited 10-day fast. And thanks again for joining me on day number 2. Really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Okay, have a good one.